Hi everyone, this is Tara with Ariana Stark. This is a weekly reading for the week starting from 23rd February to 1st March 2026. We have two piles here. This is pile A and this is pile B. Viewers, you can pause the video and decide intuitively which pile you are being drawn to. We do have the timestamp given in the description box, so in case you want to proceed and go directly to your reading, feel free to do just that. Let's just get down to your reading. The first card in this reading, pile A, is the Seven of Pentacles. Possibly, pile A, you're someone who is going to be contemplating about your future. You want to have a stable and secure future. Finances could be something which is uppermost on your mind. Maybe you should save up for a rainy day. Also, you need to invest wisely. You could also be a bit nostalgic about the past. Maybe your family members are not as receptive of your plans. That is also something which is bothering you. In a personal relationship also, I think you feel all alone, or you feel as though things are falling apart. Incidentally, I do have the card Three of Swords also in your reading, which means that heartbreak or some kind of disappointment is there. Sometimes our speech can also play havoc in relationships. Even in a love connection, you may be feeling as though you've been left to your own devices. On the work front also, you need to clarify because disagreements could arise on account of financial issues. Maybe the work environment is also very oppressive, pile A. Other than that, I also feel you need to safeguard your health. Sometimes we may not always understand why certain things happen in our life. However, there's always a higher purpose. A heartbreak can also be a learning lesson. It can also pave the way for something better in life. Sometimes the universe always protects us and does things for our highest good. It could be a blessing in disguise for sure. Incidentally, I also have the Sun, which is talking about the need to be optimistic. Maybe you need to go outdoors. There could also be delays and schedules could go for a toss. That is why you have to bear with it. Maybe it could even leave you edgy. You're someone who is not going to tolerate tardy behavior. Criticism is also going to give you food for thought. Your thoughts will also center around your home, even your children or your childhood. Perhaps that is why the card Your Next Move has come up in the reading. You're deliberating about your next course of action. Some of you may be also making travel plans here. I think the key is to go outdoors, like I said. Social events could also be there. Maybe your friends and acquaintances could call up and ask you to go for a picnic. Try not to numb your feelings. Try not to reject what your body is trying to say, because like I said, health could also be a factor this week for pile A. Some kind of financial gains surely be there for you this week, 23rd to 1st March 2026. I hope pile A you liked your reading. This is Tara with Ariana Stark. Do give us your feedback in the comment section. This is Ariana Stark signing off. Take care. Bye. Till the next time. Pile B, these are your messages for the week ahead. The first card in this reading is the King of Cups. You're someone who could be very emotional. You could also be dealing with the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, as well as Pisces. You need to pay attention to your dreams also. Maybe you feel that you need to seek advice from a legal or counselor, a healer. Health could be of concern for pile B as well. I think you should follow your instinct. Maybe your loved ones will question your decisions this week. Someone could also be a bit manipulative. I think you have to even find alternatives to tasks that you're doing because you do feel let down. I also have the card Five of Wands. So progress is definitely on the cards. I think you should act quickly on your ideas, because time doesn't wait for us. You also need to be very flexible because sudden eventualities could crop up. Sometimes you have to prioritize. That is exactly what you're going to do. Incidentally, I'm also picking up, Albi, that you're going to be quite sought after. I do have the card Hall of Fame, so achievements are lined up this week, so capitalize. Even if there are challenges, the trophy is yours for the taking. The Ten of Pentacles also talks of a fruitful time. You'll be very content. You should ignore those who are bothering you. It is a material vibration, so once again, strike while the iron is hot. Word of mouth will also work in your favor. In personal relationships, compromise is the key. Home improvements are also very likely. Maybe you also need to focus on spiritual practice. With the card cycles also coming up in your reading, I think in your love life, you could be feeling that the same cycles are repeating, or the waxing and waning moon is also going to have an effect on your moods, and this could also make you quite romantic. You do have a lot of attention. Those of you on again, off again relationship could also hear from your ex or love interest for that matter. Bear from Lenormand also talks about material gains, financial gains, but anger needs to be monitored. Palpi, the key is creating a balance. There are going to be challenges as the week commences, but then at the end of it all, you're going to stamp your authority, or you're going to be in a position of strength. I think even if you feel that others aren't agreeing to your point of view, you may have to find the middle ground, as then things will be easier for you personally as well as professionally, Palbi. I hope, Palbi, you liked your reading. This is Star with Ariana Stark. To give us your feedback in the comment section. This is Ariana Stark signing off. Take care. Bye. Till the next time.